Last question, Bob. It seems with Al Heyman in the PBC series, with them signing so many fighters, it seems like eventually it would be beneficial for you guys to collaborate and work together. Will that ever happen?
No.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So about a week after Dazn announces that they're changing their prices and raising it from $9.99 a month to $19.99 a month, Bob Arum, he takes some jabs at Dazn while making an offer to Dazn's Anthony Joshua. And this is what he had to say. Quote, Joshua is completely isolated because he has in effect been captured and rolled into this Dazn arrangement. This frankly inhibits his ability to make major fights and his ability to really become a factor. He is fighting in the US against Miller, but it's on Dazn. Nobody has Dazn. You know, the one thing I will say when it comes to Bob Arum talking about AJ being isolated, some would worry if Tyson Fury is being isolated because of his arrangement with ESPN. But in Arum's defense, Bob Arum has been aggressively trying to reach out to PBC and Al Heyman to make a Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. So that's a good sign when it comes to ESPN working with other networks and brands. Despite the intro that I played for you guys where Bob Arum, he said that he would never work with Al Heyman. That interview I conducted with him, that was in 2015, November of 2015. Boy, how things have changed, huh? But getting back to what Bob Arum was saying, he continues, and this is what he had to say. I think Joshua has been used. Joshua and his people should wake up and really join the world. He should finish up his contract with Hearn and join us. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to deprive him of pay-per-view. If he fights in the UK, he can't turn that into pay-per-view dollars in the United States. That's because of the difference in time. Now guys, this is where I believe the fans would disagree with Bob Arum, at least when it comes to pay-per-view. Obviously, fans don't want pay-per-view. If it was up to the boxing fans, we would get to watch boxing the same way we get to watch the NFL and the NBA on free TV, because that is the only way you reach the mainstream. When you're putting fights on pay-per-view, only die-hard fans are going to pay for these fights. But when it comes to a fight being on free TV, random casual fans that are sitting in a bar, sitting in a restaurant, going over to their friend's house for whatever reason, they can tune in and be introduced to some fighters that they had probably never knew before. And maybe that's what turns them on to the sport of boxing. That's why it's important that we bring these fights back to primetime television. So last week, Bob Arum, he was applauding Deontay Wilder for rejecting the Dazn 3-fight deal. And this week, he's saying that no one even watches Dazn. So we'll find out shortly if Dazn was affected by them increasing the price. Once again, they went from $9.99 to $19.99 a month. But the good news for Dazn is they have a deal that's $100 for the whole year, which is actually cheaper than the $9.99 a month. I think it comes up to like $8.33 a month. But the thing is, when people are already hesitant and skeptical to commit to something, a brand, something new like Dazn, a lot of them, even though the deal is great, they're really, really reluctant to pay for an entire year of something. So we'll see how this works for Dazn. We'll see how this works for Top Rank and ESPN. One thing we do know when it comes to Dazn versus ESPN, Dazn, they were lucky enough to sign Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, and of course, Anthony Joshua. And those are just a couple names off the dome. Now ESPN is starting to build up their roster. They have Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Tyson Fury now, and a couple other good fighters. But the only thing that matters is, will these networks be able to work together, give the fans the fights that they want to see? And according to Bob Arum, he believes that that could easily happen. Let's see how it all goes down. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.